regular Village of Armada Council meeting will now come to order. Will everyone stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Clerk, call roll, please.
Shaw.
Here.
Clark.
Here.
Belkey. Here. Cooper. Here. Gallagher.
Here.
Wallach.
Here.
Conan is absent.
Approval of the agenda. What's the council's wishes?
Mr. President, I'll move.
I need to add backflow preventers down to the sewer treatment plant.
As new business.
As new business?
Sure.
Anything else? If not, we have the,
I think we need a motion.
Yeah.
Mr. President, I'll move that the agenda be accepted as amended.
I'll second.
moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. At this time, floor is open up for citizen comments. Anyone want to address the council at this time? Okay, we'll go to no presentations tonight. Administrative reports, building department report, we have that in our packet. Commissioner liaison reports, any commissioners want to report anything?
I just wanted to make everybody aware that in your packet is the letter and the resolution that was sent to the Office of the Great Seal for the annexation. So that was our next step.
So we're just waiting to hear from Lansing on that, so.
I assume we'll hear from them, right, Jeff? They'll probably send us.
Well,
Actually, no, I think,
I think this was it.
it should be,
Yeah.
when we did St. Mary's, they did ask us to correct a legal description, but after that was corrected, I don't think we heard.
Got anything different, okay. Where our planning commission review was in. Planning commission meeting minutes you have. General business, consent agenda. Approval of the regular council meeting of December 28th, 2015, and the payment of bills. What is the council wish?
Hang on, before we go, shouldn't Chris have been under administrative reports? Ref and B, weren't we gonna do him under liaison, or is he just here for what you added?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Turned the reports in, it was actually, there's a lot of good news on there, but you guys can, it's just on the administrative page if you want to look at it.
Okay. All right, I'm sorry.
Very good, thank you.
Mr. President, I'll move the consent agenda be accepted as presented.
I'll second.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Old business, the East Main Street project and Teats Prospect Bridge project update. Mr. Beller, you have no new reports?
I have no new reports for either of these at this time, Mr. President.
Okay, very good, thank you. New business, we're going to set the budget meeting dates for our new budget coming up for 2016.
Would you like me to make the motion, Mr. President?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I make a motion to set the 2016 budget workshop dates of February 8th and 22nd, March 14th and 21st at 5:30 p.m., including March 7th and 21st at 5:30 p.m. if necessary.
Moved, any support?
I'll support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion as to the dates? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion carried. Now we have on Article B, replacement of a police car.
Do we know
Is
how
the chief
it's
in there?
I think he just walked in.
No, he didn't.
Oh, no, he did not.
He may be, he
He's
may
the chief of
be.
something, but
Joe,
He
you
may
want
be
to
in
check and see, please?
Yep.
Would you please?
He was gonna, hopefully have a quote for me, and I didn't get it.
Yeah, I don't have it either yet.
Getting quotes seems to be difficult.
Hello, Mr. Delucky.
okay, thanks. There we go.
So as everyone knows, we did have a police car that was budgeted and approved in the budget for last year. The money would be coming out of the salvage title entirely, so our general fund will not be paying for this new police car. And I believe you had a discussion, it's the old, which number car was it?
431.
431. So we would be selling another police car then after fair.
So he's planning on selling 431 after the fair?
I don't know which car.
Okay.
I don't know how his rotation is working right now.
Okay, all right.
But the replacement would be for 431.
Correct.
After the fair though? Or
Yes.
after the fair?
Yeah, usually it's after the fair.
Okay.
So as far as I know, he was waiting on the quote.
Hopefully it's not digging for it.
Will yours take very long, Steve?
No, it shouldn't.
Okay, let's go to yours and then we'll
Okay.
come back to the police car.
Chris Munson is here from the sewer plant, and he's given me 3 quotes for backflow preventers down there. Chris, if you want to step in for a second?
Everybody know what a backflow preventer and RPZ is?
Yeah, you told us about it the last one.
Okay. Well, there's 6 of them at the plant right now, and I misspoke last time. Usually at most of the plants I've been at, the non-potable, the water you don't drink, is your effluent, unless it's nasty and then there's a booster pump or something that would use city water. Well, down there, the non-potable water is actually city water also. So that's why there was 4 of them in the group. And so we need to replace 3 of them. So we have a safe line on the non-potable, the drinking water in the grip room, and the drinking water in the sludge room. They are all bad.
And when was it that they were last inspected?
2008 is what the tag shows.
Yeah, which is quite a long time.
And that's not, getting them inspected is not gonna make them last longer. It just proves that they work. If your guys' pressure was lower than our pressure on our side of our water would just dump out, so there wouldn't be no chance of contaminating your guys' water. And being that we are high risk, it needs to be done yearly. Like hospitals, that kind of stuff get done yearly because it's a high risk for contamination, and you don't want to contaminate the drinking water.
And one thing that doesn't help, these are in the grit room, which is extremely, yeah.
Yes, and the guys can't turn the valves to even test them or anything, they've got so corroded. Sludge building's the same way, that is getting cleaned up, but it's not a good atmosphere down there either. You guys seen the way that building is, it's basically.
How much product, Steve?
Okay, we have one from EMS Plumbing and Heating for $3,600. We have one from Swift Company for $3,848.58. And we have one from Glen Valley Plumbing and Heating for a total of $3,950. So with that being said, I make a motion that we go with EMS Plumbing and Heating for a price not to exceed $3,600 to replace three of these valves.
I'll support.
Is it, wait a minute, 3
Backflow
Like-
preventer,
backflow preventers?
preventers, yes.
That's the bare minimum. The reason they put extra ones in is so when they come to test them, they can open the other one, put it in service, close the other one, test it, and they wouldn't have to shut the water off. But this will get us by,
God bless you.
being that money's an issue right now, this will get us by. And putting 4 of them in the grit building, they're just gonna corrode, so there's no point. When
This-
one's just gonna be sitting there idle, just to be checked, so we can check it once a year. It'd be a waste of money for you guys.
Steve, can I have those?
Does this include any kind of warranty with them?
Should we recall that?
There are RPZs, I'm sure we would have like a year warranty on it, like most places.
But again, we should be testing them yearly.
Yearly, I got a CMS MS program, which you guys will see a lot on your administrative paper. CMS stands for Computerized Maintenance Management System. I've updated and changed a lot of the maintenance, so we are now printing work orders and completing work orders. Anything from cleaning the toilet to greasing pumps to anything. There's a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of stuff getting done.
Yeah.
So
Did you get a second on that motion?
Yeah, Bales. So your motion is to accept the quote from EMS Plumbing and Heating for a not to exceed amount of $3,600 to replace 3 backflow preventers at the sewer plant?
Yep.
Is that for all 3 or is that a piece?
all three.
All three.
And that way the water will be safe. There won't be machines. The reason we do the non-potable, let's say we had a hose sitting in a tank and there was a fire and you guys had a big gush of water that you used from the fire, there's a chance that it could suck up and get through the system. Even one of our sinks, our lab sinks, if we were rinsing out something and the tube was inside of a contaminated piece of glass that we were using, it could like take the water and just suck it right through. It's just a mandatory important thing, so.
In other words, we have 6, Chris, and you're recommending 3 right now.
Yep.
Will these other 3 then be replaced also?
If you want to in the future, but I wouldn't until you figure out what's going on with your, I haven't seen the
Yes,
S2
two
grant,
and
Yeah.
the other
but with the
stuff.
sludge building gonna most likely get demolished, there's 2 in there, we're putting 1 in there. It's no reason to put 2 in there, it'd be a waste of money for you guys.
Good, very
So,
good. Thank you.
So you
Thanks,
gotta do
Chris.
roll.
Yep.
Gotta do roll. right?
Yeah, roll call, please, for spending money here, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Baylor,
Yes.
Belkey? Yes. Cooper,
Yes.
Wolock,
Yes,
Shaw?
Yes.
motion carried.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Yep, have a safe trip back to Lansing.
I will do
Yeah, the
this.
snow's hitting, so
Great.
careful.
You guys have a great evening.
Thank you,
Thank
you
you.
too.
Thanks,
Thanks
Keep
for
me
coming out.
informed on the S2 grant meetings and I need to get the info.
Don't forget
Yeah,
your
don't
drink.
Forget your, yeah.
Yes.
Cooler.
Need that to go.
You guys have a great evening.
You too.
Yeah.
Up and coming agenda items?
No,
In
Howard.
fact, we're gonna go with Steve first, yeah, I'm sorry here. For the police commissioner chief.
You want to fill them in on what you said, Sherry?
Sure.
Yes.
Doesn't require-
I informed council that this replacement police car was already approved in the budget. It's being paid totally out of salvage title funds, which is not any money coming out of the general fund for this new car at all. When we replace the 431, after fair, we probably will be selling another vehicle in the fleet, but I'm not quite sure what your rotation schedule is.
Well, actually, we had looked at selling the car to ourselves for the salvage vehicle program. That really doesn't have to be addressed tonight. The only thing that we did, and if you look at the budget, you're not going to see this because we're not paying for it out of the general fund. What we did during the budget is we looked at spending monies out of the salvage vehicle fund because scout cars, driving around, running license plates, stopping vehicles is how we help in this village to deter stolen vehicles. It falls into the allocation of what we can spend money on. We have plenty of money within the account to buy the vehicle outright. The white scout car that you see around, this new car is going to look exactly like the white car, save for the fact that it will have overheads, which is coming off the other car. When I called and got the quote from Snethcamp, who we have used for about the last 6 cars, we are getting a 2016 Dodge Charger. However, it has all-wheel drive, and we are getting that vehicle We haven't bought a vehicle since 2013. When we implemented the program of paying cash for the cars, the idea was to buy a car 1 year, the next year buy a car, and then take a year off. We've actually taken 2 years off. So we are now going to buy a car, and even with the fact that we've taken 2 years off, the purchase price on this car is $24,794, which is only $995 more than what we paid for the car in 2013, and this is all-wheel drive. So I would ask the permission from the council to spend money, but not money out of the general fund, money out of the salvage vehicle fund.
Now, the four-wheel drive, chief, does that, it only kicks in when you need it, is that correct, probably?
All-wheel drive.
I don't know enough about all-wheel drive. It's
That's
my
how mine works.
understanding that generally all-wheel drive is usually 60 or 70% rear
Right.
wheels, 20, 30% front wheels, but
And it's always, I think, it's always.
it's always on.
Always
Yeah.
on. It's always on.
Do you
I
have
know.
that quote, Howard?
I do.
Can I have it? Can I have a pen?
Yes.
I wasn't gonna ask you to go make me.
And Chief, how much is it gonna cost to outfit the car then afterwards?
It generally runs somewhere between 5 and 8. I did get a bid earlier on it. Part of the problem is we used to use a company called Cruisers. Quite frankly, 2 cars ago, they were not getting the cars back to us promptly enough. With only 2 cars, when we give them one to swap out, but we are in a little better place now that we get the K9 cars, so we can use those. But we've got, I'm going to get a quote from the company that we used for the black and white car, then I'm going to get a quote from a new company. And one of the main reasons I'm getting a quote from the new company is, I don't know if you noticed, but on the white car, the graphics are virtually falling off of it. And I'm not going to do anything with that because we should be replacing that out next year. So I'm not going to spend more money after it. So, but I will be getting some more quotes. Should be between 5 and 8.
But this will be all new gear, or how much are we switching over from the
No,
other car?
we switch over as much as we can.
Okay.
They almost every year they tell me that the push bumpers can't be used again, and the containment system in the back seat can't be used again. And usually when I tell them, well, then forget it, don't put it on, they find a way to rework it and put it back on. So.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
So with that being said, I'd like to make a motion to accept the quotation from Sneth Camp for a 2016 Dodge Charger police package in the amount of $2,400.
No.
Or
No.
$24,000.
I want one
That's a good
too.
deal.
Yeah,
You're a great
$24,794
negotiator, chief.
as allowed for in the 2014-15 approved budget, and to allow the police chief to move forward with the purchase. Do I need to put in here that's coming out of salvage title
I
in the
would.
motion?
Is that 14-15 budget or 15-16?
It says
Yeah,
14-15.
it should be.
This
15.
last budget should be
Oh,
15-16.
15-16. Oh.
No,
No, we're
Our
still
current
at
budget-
14-15. He's
No.
buying out of this budget.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't confuse me.
Yeah, but it's, isn't
it's
it?
still
Yeah, it was in your
15-16.
It'll still have to come out of
Yeah.
15-16.
Because we are now in 16,
Oh,
it doesn't
yeah.
end until April.
Yeah, you're right. Boy, oh boy, what year are we in, Shay? So 15-16. So it happens with cut and paste.
And Sherry, if you
So I'll say to allow the police chief to move forward with the purchase out of the salvage title funds. Just add that to the end.
Yes.
I forget what we named that. Salvage title
Inspection. funds.
inspection funds.
Vehicle inspections.
Salvage vehicle inspection.
I'll support.
Was that you, Mike?
It was me.
It was you.
Wow.
Live.
That sounded good. Oh.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, roll call, please.
Cooper?
Yes.
Ballard?
Yes.
Shaw?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes.
Bullock?
Yes.
Belkey?
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, at this time, we're gonna be with the up-and-coming agenda items. Are there any new ones?
We'll be setting up. We'll be
Okay.
setting our CDBG.
We'll be going back now to citizens' comments. Anyone in the audience would like to address the council at this time? If not, council comments.
I've got a couple. Since I walked up here this evening, there's people not shoveling walks. And I noticed in the downtown area on the north side of the street, there's about 3 or 4 businesses in a row that have not shoveled. That's it for me.
Very good, thank you, Steve.
I would like to commend the DPW on their job they've done since we've had this little bit of snow. Got out, took care of things, and haven't heard any complaints, so I want to thank the DPW.
Thank you, Mr. Ballard. Anyone else?
Are we gonna go back into general business after, executive?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so the camera will, this will be the end of the meeting.
It should
The camera
be the
will
end.
go
Well, we have to go in to close out the meeting, but
off.
we have to
we
close
don't have
it.
to turn the camera back
Yeah.
on, just close it.
Okay.
If we know in advance that we're not gonna go back to conducting any business.
Wait a minute.
Or you will.
No, there may, because there may be a motion after Howard's executive.
Oh, all right, so we will reopen the general
Yeah.
business meeting, all right.
Why would we?
There may be, after Howard's, not after this one. There's 2 executive sessions. This one.
Well, there's not,
Yeah.
let's be clear, there's not 2 executive sessions. There's 1 executive session with 2
That's right.
items.
Yeah.
I just don't want anybody to think we're gonna go back in and out. so.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
2 items, that's why I said.
Right, but, yeah, but his item may require a motion.
Could be possible, yes. All right.
Are you looking for a motion?
Yeah,
Mr.
just a
President?
second here.
Okay.
No, well, community events, did I say that? Any
No.
community events to be published? If not, closed session then.
I make a motion to enter into executive session at 7:20 after a 5-minute recess.
Sport.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion?
I just think, Michelle, if you wanna just read into the record the 2 purposes, just so it's reflected.
Yeah, we're having 2. One is to consult with attorney regarding trial or settlement strategy in connection with a specific pending litigation. The other is to consider the purchase or lease of real property up to the time, I'm gonna mess that up. Or option to purchase or lease that real property is obtained.
All in favor?
We need a roll call.
Oh, all right.
Who seconded that?
I did.
Ballard?
Val.
Okay, so Cooper,
Yes.
Ballard,
Yes.
Belkey, yes, Conan's absent, Clark,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Wallach.
Yes. Motion carried. We are in executive session, going out of executive.
Oh, we have to vote to go
Yeah,
on.
we're-
I
We
make
have
the
to
mo-
exit the
I'll make the motion to exit executive session at 8:30 PM.
Sport.
More than supporting. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
They gotta close the real meeting.
All right, there will be no action taken on any information in the executive session.
The time is 8:30. I make the motion to adjourn the meeting.
Sport.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.